Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your dimensional tarot reading for the new moon coming up. All right. If you're unfamiliar with this form of tarot, please check out the description box below. It contains all the information you could need about understanding this spread and its origins. But simply put, this is ENNEAGRAM personality system and tarot card analysis combined. And I'm just going to go ahead and dive right into your reading. All right, so for your animal spirit totem, we have deer, love. Be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. An overall chakra energy is your third eye chakra for dreams, messages, signs, symbols, and guidance. And a moon message of assessing, just taking a look, taking stock. All right, I'm going to go ahead and dive into the tarot cards. If you're wanting to know what types of, where I get my decks from, do check out that description box below. I do place that information so that you're able to use the same cards, or, if a friend expresses interest, they're adorable. All right, but this is the Star Spinner Tarot. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at your Peacemaker. You have the Lovers. There's multiple the Lovers in this deck, and I normally just keep any extras. Like if they'll send me variations of cards, I don't separate them. I just keep all the cards because don't send me cards if you don't want me to use them. Your Reformer has a Stalemate. Your Helper is the Empress. You have the Seven of Swords for your Achiever. The King of Wands for your Individualist. Ooh, the Ten of Swords for your little investigator. Well, that's not fair. The Magician for your Loyalist. The Two of Pentacles for your Enthusiast. And the Four of Pentacles for your Challenger. Okay, so the Peacemaker crowns the spread and is also the most malleable of all the types. They contain elements of each. So for them to be expressing the Lovers, it suggests that there is something that's brought you harmony and the strength to move through a situation. Your Investigator has a unique energy. With the Ten of Swords, it being betrayal. It could be excess overkill in a situation. We also have this Two of Swords to the Two of Pentacles dynamic. So a Reformer, your moral voice is kind of at a stalemate. Your Enthusiast is adapting, is changing. And it could be that maybe you've had to rein something in. A pattern, a behavior. Your Artist, your Individualist, you see something worth going after. And the Helper is the Empress. And I like how it's the Empress and this crow for representing the King of Wands are sharing a knowing look. They know that the Achiever is ending this a cycle here. This is your emotions. This triad represents your emotions and feelings of shame. This triad here, this represents thinking and fear. So you're balancing, but you're feeling massive betrayal, or maybe in your mental space you're just exhausted and betrayed and hurt, and there's just mental pain. This could just be pure mental anguish. It is causing your challenger to become maybe fearful. It's interesting here. Emotionally, there's strength, but instinctually, there's fear. And you're thinking potentially the worst. Maybe that's why your Enthusiast is adapting here, because there's something here that maybe with the underlying moon message of assessment, it could be that you're paralyzed. The Seven of Swords, it doesn't necessarily have to be deceit. It can represent calculation. So there could be this brashness in your emotionality. When the Achiever some of you could have done something from an emotional standpoint. There's a cat on my lap, so that's what that little squeaky sound you heard was actually a small. Well, she's not small, but a little creature. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and clarify your lovers here. The lovers is clarified by the Nine of Swords, mental anguish. Six of Pentacles, balance. The King of Pentacles in reverse. The Nine of Swords represents mental anguish, anxiety, staying up late at night, just really up in your head. And the Six of Pentacles represents balance. To, I think, this King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles in the reverse, it's not a good combo here. It is showing a very forceful sternness. There can be really negative aspects of this. But with it being the peacemaker won't speak maybe to painful things that it's going through. Maybe you could have been opening up here and letting your guard down. I'm going to go ahead and clarify this Seven of Swords because it's just, I need a little bit more information. It's the King of Cups, so you're emotional. Maybe you're letting your guard down in a way. Communicative at the Eight of Wands and the Hands of Fate. Maybe there's a situation that was outside your control, and that's why you have the Ten of Swords here. Maybe you're being called to, that's why you have this message here of love, acknowledge self-worth and your grace. Be gentle with yourself. Lastly, I'm going to clarify your loyalist here. Oh yes, look at this. So you have the loyalist being clarified by the Ten of Wands. This represents kind of a burden, but it can be an emotional burden that you choose to take on. Often the loyalist stays stuck in situations longer than they should, or stuck in a belief system because it feels safer that way. Then we have the Queen of Wands. And if there was ever a lady, first off, the Queen of Wands is the magician of the queens. She manifests and just creates. She's very powerful. And if there's someone who needed to be able to deal with 10 wands, why, it is the magician Queen of Wands herself. And then we have the Lovers again. My deck has multiple the Lovers cards, so this integrative triangle here, this is kind of like a core. You have something that's making you do things in a different manner than I think maybe you've approached before. Your reformer is kind of wanting to keep the door shut, and that could be an emotional vulnerability issue, but it seems like you're changing here, and it's scaring you mentally to be this vulnerable, to open to it. It can be kind of scary, but there's a part of you that wants to open to this. For some of you, it could be like a new opportunity, and you're scared to be open to it because things have not gone according to plan in the past, and it's caused pain and hurt. Or there's kind of like maybe a lack of confidence here. I do think there could be a vulnerability issue present. But maybe speaking to this to bring balance to the situation. Because some of you could be scared of the emotional connection that occurs when the achiever wants to keep a false face on. that they're doing better than they are. But I think that you're recognizing that you have to take care of this emotional side of you. The hands of fate have maybe given you something, and maybe it's the lover's energy themselves, and that could be a partner, a good friend, just something that makes you feel emotionally safe. Now, I say emotionally safe, and you see the Two of Swords, you see the Ten of Swords, you see adapting and defensiveness, and I think that this is some type of fear. Because the Empress is your helper, the artist and individualist. And with the Peacemaker crowning the top of the spread, I really do believe that there's this, you're opening, but you're fearful again. Maybe that's why your enthusiast is remaining flexible. Your reformer with the defensive heart, because it can't let itself get invested right now, because it might end like it did last time, and your investigator is caught on the hamster wheel of pain right here. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at our unconscious energies before we go into the extended. In the extended, I'll be going over the rest of the cards present here. I will also be using the Lenormand and a mini tarot deck to do some process clarifications. And finally, the Goddess Oracle for your chakra energies. But to bring this message to a close, at least for the public reading, we have discernment as an unconscious moon energy for this time. This is clearing your space, clearing your mind, seeing through the clouds. We have an underlying chakra message of intelligence at the third eye. We see that her third eye is covered with clouds, so you need to spend some time. Maybe this is what you need to be doing, assessing dreams, meditating. Oh, I'm sorry, this is crown chakra. So this is crown chakra. This is your connection to the divine. Maybe you could be waiting for messages in a dream state. You need more rest. You need to treat yourself with tenderness and love. And as an unconscious spirit totem, we have supernatural, dragon. Ooh. You are a wise sage. Mastery is your destiny, and rise with dignity. I'm going to go ahead and end this message. Thank you for joining me. Remember to check out the description box below if you have any questions. It generally answers most that you could have. Thank you for taking the time. I hope that the reading was able to resonate with you in any way, and I will see you guys in the next video.